sind wir wieder hier live aus Essen. Übrigens, ich wollte es auch mal erwähnen, danke an den Friedhelm Merz Verlag, ne, den Veranstalter der Spiel, der uns hier unterstützt, dass wir den Livestream für euch hier abhalten können. Ja, das ist super. Und jetzt geht es aber weiter mit Renegade und Covert. Und jetzt sind wir auch wieder auf Englisch. Ich habe es versucht, aber irgendwie möchte ich sie lieber auf Englisch. We switch to English.
Perfect. That's good.
So, Covert. It's not. Is this finished?
Yes.
It's finished. It's just here. Okay.
This side is very covert. If you look
yes,
at the light,
I
you can
see. I was a little bit irritated by that, but I see. That's like okay, super. How do you say?
Sneaky?
Sneaky. Yes. Okay. So Covert. Maybe a rough explanation of what's going on in this game, and then we go into detail more about the board. So what's about?
So in this game, it's a Cold War era spy themed game, and you are trying to complete missions. So all of your spies on the board, so let's say we're green, we are in charge of moving them around to complete a mission. And for example, maybe we had a mission where we needed one of our covert ops guys in Barcelona. We would also need
these are the
some
missions
equipment.
here.
Yes,
Okay.
so we will each have a couple of secret missions. And we're trying to get all the resources and have our agents in the right place to be able to complete that. So for that one, we would need somebody in Barcelona, and we would need to have a set of secret spy shoes, and we would also need to have our secret identity.
Okay.
And once we have those three things, we could complete that mission and get points for it. Once someone has completed 6 missions, the game would end, and then you see who has the best score.
Okay, so we switch into the detail, and let's just, you can explain a little bit further how you make moves and get these stuff, so you can win.
That's always a good plan. So in this game, it's a dice placement game. You're going to be rolling your dice at the beginning of each round, and everyone is going to use the dice that they rolled to place them on the board in several different places to take the actions they want to do that turn. But the tricky part is that if I go on this space right here, and then somebody else also wants to do that action on their turn, they can only place numerically adjacent to the die that's already there. So in this case, I could place a 1 there, but I can't place a 3 because it's not numerically adjacent.
So it makes me, if somebody places first, it's difficult for the other person to also do this action, but not impossible.
But not impossible, yes. There are lots of different options in this game. You could place on any 4 of the action spaces. You can also place in the special operations folder that allows you to draw a token out of the bag that just does a special thing. It's always a good thing, and it's just a little bonus. So if none of your dice fit up there, you can always do this. Or you can also place your die on the decoder that'll help you decode some secret messages that might be useful in the future.
Okay.
So everybody is going to put their dice on the board. Once everyone has done that, then we're all going to get a chance to decode, because we'll each have a couple of these secret codes behind our screen. And if we can swap these tiles, everyone gets 1 swap to match our code, then it becomes one of these pieces of equipment we might need to complete our missions.
All right.
If we don't use the piece of equipment at the end of the game, it's also worth 2 points, so it's good to be able to do that. So everyone will get a chance to swap these tiles. Then we move on to the 3rd phase of the game, where everyone will remove their dice and take the action that their dice is in that action space.
And you would, like this is moving, I suppose. You can move your agents, and what are the other actions?
So this one lets you move all of your agents 1 space. This one lets you take one of these agency cards.
We have a look at these.
These are really special. So these cards will do 3 different things. You can either discard them for the piece of equipment to complete a mission. You can discard them to fly an agent to the city pictured on the card. Or you can discard the card for its special action. And these are all different things, like moving a guy some extra spaces, picking 3 of these cards and then choosing 1 to keep, re-rolling your dice, things like, or this one's placing multiple dice at the same time. There are lots of things that these do. So this one lets you take one of these cards, but you can only choose a card in the space where you have agents. So if I have an agent in this green space here, I could take this green card.
But if I have already this, I can choose between this and that.
Yeah, so green has the choice of purple, orange, or green right now, so they could take any of these three cards.
All right.
So
Okay.
that's what this action space does. This allows you to get more missions, which is important because you only start with 2, and the game won't end until someone has completed 6 missions. So you'll need to get some more during the game. And this is how you complete the missions. Once you've collected all of the things that you have, you still have to take an action.
So the actions are actually quite basic.
Yes.
But this is a very interesting. And how do you get these cards? Do you have them
You
in your
always
hand?
start with 2, and every time you complete one, you just draw from either of these 2 decks. So if you need a gun or you need a binoculars, you get to choose from whatever is on top and available.
All right. Okay. So, and the missions, just to get back to it, like it's you have this spaces on the board. You have to have agent in and the equipment, right? Okay.
Yep. And they're all pretty basic. The other nice thing about missions is that as you complete a few, they make it easier to complete future ones, because most of them will have a bonus on the bottom of them. When you complete it, now that satisfies the requirements of other missions.
Of other things or of other here. Yes, that's great. Okay. They kind of, and I have to probably get something that is working together and easier to accomplish. Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, is there a German version planned for this already?
We have a lot of interest in this game. We're here at this show right now looking for a German partner, so we're working on it. Not yet.
And how much is the English version now here at Essen?
Here at Essen it's €70.
70, yes? Okay. And you have another game, Lotus. We have short time to talk about this. Just in a nutshell, what is this?
So this is a card-laying game where you are in a beautiful garden and you are trying to get the flowers to bloom. So on your turn, you're going to have 4 cards in your hand, and you'll be placing the cards on the board.
We have to see this in the detail camera. This is very interesting because you kind of, it's kind of, you see, like this.
You got it.
Complete the flowers, okay.
And once the flower has enough petals, this one would require 6, so there's 6 cards. At that point, I place this last petal, so we'll see who has the most control of the flower. That person will get a bonus, and I also get a bonus for placing the last petal. So in this case, yellow has 1, 2, 3 stamps, and blue has a total of only 2, and red only has 2, and green has 1. So yellow is going to get to choose either a special power or 5 points towards winning the game. And because I placed the last petal, I get to take all of these petals, and these are now each worth 1 point towards winning the game.
Okay. And very interesting theme. Unusual, but nice, very sweet. And how much is this?
This one is not available at the show because it was completely sold out in Europe and completely sold out in the US, and we are waiting for more copies to arrive.
Oh no!
But it's $30 in the US, and I'm not exactly sure what it will be over.
Next year in Essen.
Yes. Hopefully very soon, because there were some copies in Europe that have already sold. They should be replaced very shortly.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Wir machen eine kurze Pause. Und dann geht es auch schon weiter im Stream, ich glaube mit Schwerkraft und Terraforming Mars, also bleibt spannend, also nicht abschalten, bis gleich.